So, I'm about to turn this camera around on my dad. What? Because he wants me to talk about brain drain. But I think the best person to talk about brain drain is my dad. Because he has the history behind it. But what I wanted to say, what I was talking to Vivian about before was that I just see a lot of people who are the product of it. Like a lot of people who have come here, left their country, who are immigrants in a country that apparently doesn't like immigrants when we're all immigrants. And people think that moving to another country, not just the US, but maybe like Canada or wherever they end up, they think it's gonna be way better than it is, and they realize that the struggle is real. There's always a struggle. You think it's better on the other side, but there's always a struggle. And so I'm going to turn this camera on at my dad, but my dad disappeared. So yeah, he's coming back. Okay, you can sit here.
Yeah, my name is Dennis Stanberry, and you know, I've toiled with this little girl for a very long time.
That's how I was looking a while ago. That's right.
I think it's full time that I get rid of her. You know.
I think so too.
And I think she has taken so much of my brain that I have lost my hair. And it's called the brain drain.
You were gonna lose your hair a long time before.
The brain drain.
That's a genetic thing.
We talk about brain drain in terms of third world country and as to first world country as we know it, and you will find third world country people, say for in Jamaica. I had the privilege of going to Cuba about 6-7 years ago.
Long time
ago.
No, it's before 6 years.
It's before, probably about 10 years
yeah.
ago. I did a research. We went on a research mission from my job, work in the hospital, and different people from lawyers and delegates, observing their healthcare system. So while I was there, I was just telling them that I'm not only observing the healthcare system from the US in comparison to Cuba's point of view, but I'm from Jamaica. And I can 90 miles away from Cuba, and I can actually compare it with the healthcare and educational system in Jamaica. Jamaica didn't have an embargo. Jamaica didn't have any kind of revolution since independence and all of those stuff. But Cuba had all of those stuff. Cuba had, different things going against them, but they were able to take a healthcare model that Jamaica had, primary healthcare, and they use it to conquer the world. Yeah,
it was Jamaica.
Primary healthcare. That's all the main focus.
That's interesting.
And they were able to take it to Cuba and implement it in such a way that they have the most doctors per capita in the entire world. Their illiteracy rate is like under 1%. And they don't have, in order to maintain their intellectuals, what they've done, they've set up exit visas. They decide who they want to go out of the country.
Yes.
Jamaica, in contrast, and other third world countries, they don't have an exit visa. The country doesn't decide which citizen leave the country, but the first world countries will set up embassies in Jamaica and in other third world countries, and then those embassies will decide who they want to take.
Yeah.
So Cuba set up exit route that they decide who they want to send.
Yeah.
And in other third world countries in Jamaica, they decide now it's free. Everybody can leave because the incentive is for people to leave, because the economic reality in Jamaica and other third world countries is bad. It's bad in Cuba, but there's a social system of providing housing and food and all of those stuff that our free world don't have. So with these exit visas now, Cuba, they were able to maintain their intellectuals. They maintain their college professors.
Yeah.
They maintain their
Because
engineers.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't send out their best.
They maintain their researchers and all of those stuff. Because every medication, Cuba have great cancer drug.
Oh, really?
Those Heber. You will hear them Heber.
Do they send it out?
Well, they maintain their intellectual stuff. I think because of the embargo, they had some barter trade with Pfizer a couple of years ago, give them some equipment through some third world country in order to get the patent for some cancer drug that they needed badly. Jamaica, on the other hand, constant brain drain.
Yeah.
They will train the nurses, they will train the doctors, and they will pay to train them and provide different incentives and student loan and all of those stuff. But as I say, first world countries set up embassies in the country to take who they want. Mm-hmm. They will take the farm workers. They will take lower end workers to go and farm
for the
program.
apple farms and stuff like that.
Because they will get those people to go and pick the apples. They will get them to work in the hotels, clean the hotel room. Not front decks or anything, but to clean, do manual work. Cheap labor.
Work them to death.
Like $5 an hour. Cheap labor.
I didn't even know it was that bad.
Impoverishment labor.
But like you should say, until I met people who were actually in each program.
We have students who come here and stay with us that had to run away from Hawaii, from Alaska, because it's
so terrible.
Crazy. You know, so they will take these low end people and they will come here, but because you can't get a job and you have people who are trained, college people who come up and do these jobs because there's no job else down there. So what they will do, the embassies will choose to give people permanent or different visa to Canada and England and all of those places. Working because they will take out the intellectuals. They will take the teachers. When there's a nursing shortage, there was a report I was reading that Britain said that when they get nurses from Australia and they get nurses from other developed areas, white nurses, they just use it for a year of vacation to live in England or live wherever, and they get that experience and they go back home because opportunities are good where they're coming from.
They don't need to stay.
Jamaica education system is based off the O-level system in England. Their CXC is still based off similar to O-levels and A-levels system. Jamaica is the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean, and is the fourth largest English-speaking area in this region, or the third. Canada, U.S., Canada, and then Jamaica, and on the other side is Britain. But they said when they get a Jamaican teacher, they get that teacher for life.
That's crazy.
So they will come and they will have big interviews and they will feature around for all of this maths and science and those top level teachers. They will go to the teachers college and get these nurses and teachers from there and recruit them and wave that money before them, and they will do the brain drain. So as a result, you don't have enough qualified teachers, math teacher and science teacher and computer teacher and engineer and all of those stuff.
But I think that's...
So for third world country like Jamaica now, it's a constant race to bring the intellectual capacity up to par, because so you train them, that's how they leave. And it boils right back down to corruption and politics, because you don't give people hope in your own country.
They'll go somewhere
You don't
else.
let them feel safe in their own country.
They'll go somewhere
You don't
else.
let them feel like they are wanted in their own
They
country.
will definitely go somewhere else.
Then they will pick up and leave.
Yep.
So it's brain drain by force in terms of the conditions that people are faced with are so hard that they will be forced out. They will voluntarily force themselves out.
Yep.
I was a taxi person. I used to run taxi, and I used to go to school in the evening in Jamaica. And it was just very difficult to make two ends meet. I dropped out of school, out of college. rent taxi, but you come here, you can work and go to school, and the struggles are, so it's fine. So I wasn't product of the brain drain. At least I came here and did something, but you know that's what is affecting. So but I really want to, Kayla is here. She set up Mucka Village, and
I didn't set it up.
She set up. She
I am
had
the
set up the website.
web developer and
Exactly.
graphic design consultant.
And what I'll do is full time for her to have the brain drain and left me yard.
What is it? Web
You understand?
development.
Web development and left me yard.
That's the.
So we can live in
great.
peace. Okay, so
Pretty
it's a
awesome.
pleasure talking to you. This is Dennis Stanberry from Mucka Village, president of Mucka Village. This is Abigail Stanberry.
Hi.
Say hi.
You
Say
can
hi.
See, can't see your face.
Right, and we are talking about our brain drain. Nice talking to you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Say bye. What is your name?
Bye. Where is it? Ah.